Okay guys, welcome back. So I finished the repair. Well, it's not really a repair, more like a cleanup. I didn't change any capacitors or any other components. It was mainly like a resoldering job and cleaning everything up. What I noticed is that in the main board there was like tons of soldering paste, like very old, probably very corrosive as well. From the two boards, let me take this one here. So this one here was in a worse shape, as you can see here. It was very corroded. Some traces were starting to pop. And I managed to clean everything up, resolder everything. It's not really that hard. I thought it was going to be harder because of how, compact this thing is. But it wasn't. Assembling and disassembling this is not really that hard. Well, the thing that I noticed after I rebuilt this one is that it has started to work in a sense that I could fast forward and I could rewind the tapes, but I cannot play them for some reason. Like the play wasn't working. Maybe the mechanism, when I reassembled, something was missing. I don't know. So probably it's fixable. I will deal with that later. Meanwhile, I took the opportunity to have a look on the better one. So this one here has a very clean board. It wasn't working, it was in short, because when I tried with the power supply, it didn't work, and when I tried with the batteries became very hot. Disassemble everything, did the same thing, clean everything up, resolder all the points, and then reassemble everything back. And now it's working. Well, at least it seems to be working. So let me get the power supply cable here. So this goes in here, of course. And let's load the tape. So you can see that before loading the tape, so this is the play, right? So it lights everything, it lights the LED here, and it seems to be okay, right? So let's load the tape and figure it out. This is a very old tape, Brazilian. So let's see, let's load it like this. Let's first rewind the tape. Okay, let's hit load, which is play. So this thing has a monitor here. It's a tiny speaker that you can turn on here. See, monitor off and on, and you can of course control the volume here. So let's see if anything comes out. There you go. That good old noise. Yeah. So it seems to be working, and now I will have to test it. Having a hard time rewinding it. Maybe it's because of very old tape. So let me just see. Yeah, it's rewinding is here. It's just probably the belt that is slipping. The belts weren't very, they weren't in very good shape. So I will have to look into that later. Like the problem is to find the proper belt, for the motor and things like that. It's going to be really hard. So, but yeah, it seems to be working fine, at least. Closer the closer to fine that I can have at least. I cleaned everything up here, like the recording head and the play head, everything is very clean. So I think it's good to go now. The tape counter here is working as well, right? In the other it isn't, it was broken. So this one here is by far the better one. I'm very happy with the result. This is really something that I wanted to have for a long time, and now I finally have it. I will assemble my old MSX computer, and I will try to load a game from a tape using this guy here, and let's see if it works. That's another video that I will record later, okay? But that was a successful, don't like to say repair, but rather like put this little thing here back to life. Let's put like that, right? It was a repair because it was broken, right? It was shorted, and I think the resoldering job basically repaired it. But again, it should go with a change of capacitors and some other components, of course. This thing here is from the 90s, early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the date precisely, but I think it's early 90s. So it should go well with capacitor change and maybe some other components as well, like diodes and things like that. But in the end, it's working, and I'm really happy. And we'll just keep the other one for parts, probably, right? I'm not going to try to, repair the other one. I just need one, and I will keep the other for parts, right? Now on to the Sinclair Spectrum, the Brazilian one. So I will have to test this guy here, see whether or not it works. And if not, then go and disassemble and try to figure out what's going on here. This should be an easy fix, not a lot of components inside. So I don't expect this to be like very hard. And it's not that tiny. So like this one here, like very tiny board, and the solder joints are very close to one another. This one here, I think probably is going to be easier. So that's again for another video. So thanks guys, and see you later.